Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 5 of Tony Talks Life. We're 5 away from reaching my main goal of doing at least 10 episodes of this vlog. And we're already halfway there, baby. Yeah, I'm really excited. We just need 5 more. Just need 5 more. And then what I was thinking is that for every 10th episode, or like every time I reach like a milestone like 10, 20, 30, like that whole episode will be dedicated to reading comments from you guys and responding to those comments moving forward. So in the 10th episode, it's going to be a fan centric episode, or a viewer comments episode, basically a commenters episode. And then the 20th episode, the 30th, so on and so forth. The theme of today's episode, I'm just going to call it a good day in the life. Because despite some hiccups here and there, today was a really, really good day. I mean, truly good day. You know how I was very depressed earlier this morning? I was depressed in my latest episode. And I told you in that episode that sadness would pass. This too shall pass. And look, it has passed. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm actually very elated. I'm very happy right now. It was a really good day. It was a day that I truly needed. It was a day that I truly needed, and I appreciate it immensely. So what did I do today? Well, where do I begin? I mean, there's a lot of highlights. I'll start with some of the more less notable things. Number one, I had breakfast with my mom. That's the first thing I did this morning. Then I went to go see some of my old students who were putting on a presentation at a mall here called Micronesia Mall. It's the biggest mall on Guam. So I was able to attend that, see some of them, connect with some of them. One of which I actually ended up seeing twice in the same day. She was also going to be part of one of the last things I did today. I'll get to that story, but she was there too. In fact, if you follow my Instagram, you'll probably see who I'm talking about. After that was done, comes one of the bigger moments of today. This part of my day requires a backstory. So I have a friend, and I'll tell you his name. His name is Christian. Christian and I have known each other since 2009. If no, scratch that. 2007, because we went to high school together. And it wasn't until 15 years after the fact, 15 years after knowing each other, this is the moment where we actually got closer. This is the moment where we actually started to bond. And it blew my mind that it took us this long for us to connect like this. Anywho, 2 days ago, or I guess at the time of this video, it will be about 3 days ago. But let's just say a few days ago, his indoor dog, whose name is Flurry, found a way to escape from his cage, walk out of the house, and just bolt it. The dog literally ran away. And he was panicking the freak out because he was kind of responsible for this dog, and his sister and his mother were both in the Philippines. And when they found out that the dog got loose and they can't find it, they had a tizzy fit. Especially because his sister truly loves this dog. She's enamored with the dog. She's attached to this dog. It meant the world to her. And this was like such a devastating blow to her. So today, I messaged him and I said, "Hey man, if you need help finding the dog again, just let me know and I will be there. I'll help you out." He's like, "Hey man, thank you so much. That means the world. I definitely will let you know. Yeah, if come by around this time." And so I did come by around that time. And me, him, and two other people that joined us, we went and looked for the dog. My stepdad really scared me because I told them I was going to go look for this dog. My mom was not having it. She really does not like me going in the jungle or going near any dogs of any kind. She's like, "I don't want you to do that." So I'm going to do it. I have to help my friend out. So we're walking around the neighborhood and we're asking them, "Hey, can we go into the jungle and see if the dog is there or something?" And the first guy was just not having it. He's like, "There's too much debris back there, and there's some personal stuff of mine." I'm like, "I mean, hey, if you want to hide a dead body back there and you don't want us to look, I mean, I'm perfectly fine." I'm just kidding. I really hope there's not a dead body back there. God, I really hope there's not a dead body back there. They did mention that there were a pack of booney dogs. Booney dogs are like stray dogs that run around the neighborhood. And my stepdad scared me by saying, okay, the booney dogs are going to do one of two things. Either they're going to accept him or they're going to kill him. And I was scared that this dog was going to get killed. So I went up the neighborhood with the other three, and I started asking questions like, "Hey, did you hear any ruckus? Did you see a pack of booney dogs run through this neighborhood recently?" And most of them said no, and most of them didn't hear any commotion. So thankfully, that means that the dog was still alive. He was not killed, so he is somewhere in the vicinity. Luckily, another neighbor who was close by to Christian's house, she finally came home, and we were able to convince her to go into the jungle area and maybe find this dog, right? Because she was very hesitant to let us go in there because robberies are very common in the area that they're in, so they have their guard up, and I don't blame them at all. You know, four random people come up to you, say they want to go into your jungle, yeah, sus. But she found him. She found him. All she had to do was say his name, Flurry, Flurry, and there he was. There he was. We found him, guys. We found him. And the minute that we found him, we called Christian's sister. We showed them the dog. And she was like bursting in tears, like sobbing immensely. Tears of immense joy. Because she thought he was gone. Most of us thought he was gone. We were not going to see that dog again. And we found him. Christian was so happy. He was like, God, oh, I needed that, man. Like, I was so scared that I was not going to find this dog. He was happy. His sister was happy. Everyone was just happy. That was the first win of the day. And that win changed my entire day. I was so happy. My mood switched immediately. I was just delighted. And that I was a part of it or that I helped in a small way, I couldn't be more happy. I didn't really do anything. I was just kind of there as support. But still, the fact that I was there, I it was wonderful. And I'm so glad we were able to find him. That beautiful dog. I'll see if I can link the video to us finding the dog in the description so that you guys can see who the dog was or what the dog is. But yeah, it was great. After that, I actually went to go see a friend that lived in a neighborhood close by to Christian. He literally was just right up the road, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm just in the neighborhood. Can I stop by and just you and me just bond? We haven't really talked and hung out in a while, so let's just do that. Let's just shoot the crap." So that's what we did. We sat for about 45 minutes, and then I drove all the way home. Now, around 2 o'clock, I was supposed to be at my Rainbow Family meeting. I talked about this in the previous video. Unfortunately, they canceled, so I wasn't able to go to this meeting, and they didn't show up. So I guess I'll see them during the school year. But the ACB team did meet, and we met at the Panic 45 room. That's what the place is called, Panic 45. They do like escape rooms and they do like destruction rooms where you could just like destroy a bunch of crap, which is pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. Anywho, so I'm there with four of my former students, or four of the students, and one other teacher who we'll just call Miss C. And none of us have ever been in an escape room, so we really didn't know what to expect. And I didn't know what to expect. Dude, an escape room is some real shit. It's like being put in a horror game for realsies. Like being put in a horror game for real. With one of the characters also giving you a lot of hints as to how to escape the room. That was the only embarrassing thing about the whole game, is that the actual killer himself was trying to tell us, hint to us where some of the stuff was, and I was like, don't do that. You're supposed to make us figure this out. I get it. You don't want to just sit there and do nothing, and you don't want us to like be stuck in the same room for the whole time. But hey, if we don't get it, don't help us. That just shows that we either have poor teamwork or we're just not inquisitive enough. But man, these girls were like screaming and yelling. One of them, they fell on me. I was like trying to find something, and all of a sudden I get pushed. Like, whoa, what happened? And then I see this black figure in the background. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Out of everybody there, I was the only one that really kept his composure. One of them was like trying to flirt with the with the killer, and this is just her way of coping because she's like, it just makes me uncomfortable. It puts me at ease, and I'm like, don't flirt with them. We need to get out of here, guys. We only got 45 minutes. Long story short, we didn't get out. And the killer came in with his chainsaw and went right next to one of the other girls, and it looked like she was about to faint. I mean, that's how bad it was. We got into like the second half of the first room. The second half of the first room. Dang. I was so upset. I was like, damn it. We were so close. But it was a lot of fun. And I'm glad that the girls had fun. I'm glad that Miss C had fun. I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, I just wish that we had better teamwork. We worked a little better, but other than that, it was about the experience, and they all did well, I think. And we definitely got to do it again. We were actually thinking about doing a murder mystery this time because they're gonna expand into other types of stories and other types of games. One of which is a murder mystery, which I'm excited for. I really want to play that one. After that was done, and the kids got picked up by their parents, I had to haul my ass all the way to the University of Guam so I could see my friends play. So they were putting on, like I said in my previous video, a 24-hour play, which is a play that they create within 24 hours. And it's not even 24 hours. They only had 12 hours actually. So they had to build sets, they had to get costumes, they had to practice all of this within 12 hours. Imagine that. That is insane. And they did it beautifully. So my friend had, in my opinion, two of the most standout scenes. Yeah, I'll say scenes. I was gonna say acts, but they're not really long enough to be acts. They had like the two best scenes, I would say. The first one is about the guy that he sees his ex-girlfriend, and he's like, "Hey, hey." Like he's trying to reconnect with her, and it's a little awkward. And he later finds out that she's actually at the bar because she's having her bachelorette party, and she's getting married. It was, story of my life, right? But it ends very 500 Days of Summer S. In fact, a lot of the stories felt very 500 Days of Summer S. There was this one story where the girl was trying to like bury the heart of the boy or of her husband who died at first, and then we find out no, he didn't die. He just left her for another woman, and his name was Wes. And she's camping out in this one dude's yard, and his name is East, short for Easton. And I'm like, oh, so like 500 Days of Summer, right? Where he dated a girl named Summer, and then at the end of the movie, what happens? He meets a girl named Autumn. My friend's character, he wrote a tattoo that said like it was supposed to say villain, but it said like William, something like that. It was a weird sounding name. And then he finds out that the bartender, her name is the exact same name as his tattoo. And he's like, wow. Hey, William, I'm glad you found me. It's a line in the act or the scene, I guess. There was also this one where and I actually got to talk to the actress. We actually really hit it off. We connected, we vibed. She likes anime, and we talked about that. We talked about her being in music theory and giving theater a chance. It was a really delightful conversation. But she, in my opinion, she gave the best performance out of everybody. You know, us, my friend, I'm not gonna say his name, Tony, don't say his name. My friend, he gave some of my favorite performances, but the best one was hers. Her performance where she comes back to see an old boyfriend of hers who asked her to marry him, but she couldn't answer, so she ran away. And she comes back to the house and sees this big fat guy, and she thinks, "Oh, that can't be him." Spoiler alert: yeah, it's him. She didn't even recognize him because he got so fat. What's even sadder is that he was explaining, like, yeah, you know, that you could have just like gave him an answer, and that's like rolling with the punches. But no, you had to let it fester and make him think, and it was probably really hellish for him. It's just like letting it all out, gushing, right? And God, the twist, the double twist at the end, we find out he's married, he has a family, he's moved on, and she's still stuck in the past. So he's like, hey, you know, I hope the best for you. And then he walks back in the house, and then she grabs her suitcase and she turns to the door and she just says, yes. She said, yes. She would have married him, but she was too scared of the moment. She couldn't embrace him. And now she's alone by herself. And the life that she could have had through that door is closed forever. And all she can do is give a response to a ghost. Yes. Damn. So tragic. So tragic. Then after the play was over, I stayed a little bit, talked to the lead actress that was in that scene I was just talking about. We ate some Jamaican grill. At this time, my group of friends that I told you guys about, they all were hanging out. And you know, one of them that I talk to frequently, it's the girl I told you guys about in the past videos. Um, you know, I'm messaging her, and then I find out, oh yeah, you know, we're all going out, and it was supposed to just be me and like two other people, but now it's the whole group's coming out. It's like, oh wow, thanks. I guess I wasn't invited. She's like, no, you should come by. You know, I kind of forced it out of her though to say, hey, you should come by. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? I wanted to come anyway, so after I was done with the people at the play, I did meet them. We went to a bar. It's a popular bar here on Guam, anime centric or anime themed with girls in maid outfits. That's called Black Cat Cafe. It's a popular bar here on Guam. So we're there, you know, we're vibing, we're talking, connecting with some old friends. You know, I'm connecting with the girl, and we're all just like having fun. We're vibing. And there were two moments throughout the night where I just kind of sat back and I didn't say anything and I just watched all the conversations around me. And it just made me smile. It was wonderful. You know, just seeing everybody having fun, all our friends. I mean, I did find out later that two of them were dealing with some tragic. One of them was dealing with something truly tragic, the loss of a loved one, which devastated me. But it also made me happy that he was with us and that we could be there for him in his time of need and kind of, I wouldn't say distract him, but you know, let him not be so focused on the darkness and embrace a little bit of the life, you know. And another one was dealing with some girlfriend issues. I mean, it's tale as old as time. Damn it. 19 minutes? Shit. I swear to you guys, I didn't mean to go night. Well, you know what? I guess cut it soon. Because I'm at the end of the story already anyway. Because I just came back from hanging out with all of them. So moral of this video is that I started the day off really sad. But look at that turnaround. Finding that dog, doing the panic room, doing the escape room, I should say, going to the theater, hanging out and ending the night with friends. You couldn't ask for a better time. You couldn't have asked for a better day in the life. Huh? See what I did there? See how I tied that back? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was happy for today. Today really helped get me out of my funk. Today, I was surprised how busy I was. I was practically everywhere. And then tomorrow, I'm hoping not to be as busy tomorrow because I got a lot of work I gotta do. So hopefully, I won't be too busy. But it was nice. An overall successful day. How's your day been? You should type that in the comments below. And stay tuned for episode 6, which will come out tomorrow. I was looking down at the at the screen when I should be looking at the camera. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode there. Not much to detail, just a story of the day in the life. I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, remember, guys, keep living your life.